Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nduzaza igemani katika barnamishi yetu katika swali na majibu. Barnamishi yetu katika swali na majibu leo uko nami Sheikhana al-Fadhil Sheikh Mohamed Khalif igema katika barnamishi yetu ya swali na majibu. Sheikhana
barakallahu fik, nigemele jazakallahu khairan.
Wayaka Sheikhana al-Fadhil ishkomele eti kwa china mama waturubire kitu kwa sisi na koza na wabjana wazazi la apa tia mgerenza Sheikh na wanawake ba wabjana ama wanawake wachiolowa ama na wabjana wachirora huwana kuwapa waziri wao mongo wanamnangala mke wao na mwanamke naye wanamnangala muliwe walidi huwa nukuliwalo Sheikh inawe mwanamke inawe mubjana Sheikh na hata wachibigula telefono dakambish ko dana mzere daka ya tatu hai mara moja fulani ningililo basi mzere wanakuwa waradi Sheikh sachi nasula kwawena kishpa nasiha kaluka la wabjana madama wabjana wanauluka lao na watu wetu amini wakumina wanauluka lao sawa wabjana chinasula kwawena koza nao kaluka lao la wabjana na luka la wanawake. Sheikhana afiduna barakallahu fik.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala, amma ba'd. First of all, this is a great opportunity to speak about the rights of the parents, especially when the children they get married. For the boy and the girl, when they get married, they think the rights of the parents is end. So that is a wrong understanding. The rights of the parents, it will be there until your parents to the end when they passed away. Even after the death, still you have to be good to your parents. بعد الممات, after death. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just to remind ourselves, Allah has created us, and the main part or the purpose of life is to worship Him. And the worship of Allah, that is the first purpose for every human being. Doesn't matter if you are single, if you are husband, spouse, so you have to worship Allah. So after the worship of Allah, Allah put it, the parents, the rights of the parents next. He said, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. Allah has ordained, has make it compulsory upon everyone to worship Him alone, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then He said, to be very dutiful to your parents. So the second right is the right of the parents. رضا الله في رضا الوالدين. The happiness of Allah is to make your parents happy. So don't think when you get married, all the responsibility is gone. The responsibility will start in that time. It's very important, we should understand. Because our parents, they are the reason for us to be in this world. If they are not them, we wouldn't be here in this world. So we need to respect, full respect, and give their duties as well, their rights. And their rights is to look after them. Allah mentioned in the Quran, because they give us birth, they were in their womb for 9 months, and then they give us birth, and then they look after us until we grow up. So this is what they did while we are very da'if, child. We have no strength. And then when we grow up, and then we think we are arrogant, we think we are strong, we can do whatever we want. Remember when you was a baby, even now when you have children, it's a new married, when you got child, you see the child is very, very weak, you need to look after. But if that child now, when he grow up, when you give all the rights, when you look after it, when he grow up, and then he's become arrogant, so how are you gonna feel? You will feel same thing like your parents feeling now. So it doesn't mean when you are married that you neglect your parents. You don't neglect your parents. One day, and I'll just give you this scenario. A man was carrying his mother in the tawaf, and the mother, he was old lady, and even the man, he was old as well. And then he was carrying in the tawaf in Mecca, and then he came to Ibn Umar radiallahu anhu. He said, did I give my right of my parents because I'm carrying, doing the tawaf, is doing everything? He said, no, even one opening of when he giving a bath, he didn't give the right. Subhanallah. So our parents, they have full rights to be given. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is emphasized in the Quran, especially when they are old. They didn't say when they are young, look after them, especially in the old age. In the old age, they need us most. So Allah said, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. Then Allah said, إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِنْدَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَحَدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا. When both parents become in the age, old age, or one of them, فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ. Do not say uff, the word of uff. Look, this word is uff, is 2 letters, uff, U and F. It's very simple. Maybe is to say is simple, but is hurting someone in that uff is very great, is big. Because when, especially your parents, if you say, even sometimes don't even not saying uff, if you say just with your body language, it's gonna come there. It still is haram, it's not allowed. So if you just say any word that's gonna hurt your parents, it's one of the great sin. من الكبائر, من العقوق. العقوق, being rude to your parents, is one of the great sin. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when the messenger was asked, what is the great sin? He said, الشرك بالله ثم العقوق الوالدين. He said, one of the great sin is to be rude to your parents. And even if you don't say any word, you didn't say any uff, فَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا. Tanhar means when you are just, when, for example, your parents do something wrong, and then you say, oh, always you do this. This is inhar. You're telling off your parents. You can't even tell off your parents. Subhanallah. So saying a bad word, telling off, it is one of the great sin. Especially when they are old age. So we need to take care of them. فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala emphasizes, وَقُلْ لَهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا. You need to say kind words. Kind words, especially when they are old. I know when people old age, they can't control themselves, they can't control their anger, but always be careful when they are angry. Just say, Na'am mama, Na'am baba, with the kind things, kind words say, yes, you are right, even if they are wrong. Sometimes they take a wrong decision. Yes, you don't say, no, this is wrong. Don't say that. You just say, Mama, I think if you do this one, it's better. Yeah, Mama or Baba, if you do this, it's better. If you make this is better, I think this is right. I think. Don't say you're wrong. Don't say what you do in something is unacceptable. Don't say it to your parents. They don't deserve this. They deserve kind words for us. I know it's their age. Sometimes they take wrong decisions. Still we are. So now let's come back to our topic about when you get married. I know you become responsibility is become larger. So you're gonna have a family. You got wife. Yes, if you are when you get married, you're gonna get responsibility. You have a family, you have wife, you have children. So a Muslim, he has to balance everything. It doesn't mean I have a lot of responsibility, I neglect my parents' responsibility. No, it doesn't mean that. So you mean you all balance your responsibilities. So your parents are fast. So if they are poor, you need to provide it for them. It is wajib for them to provide it because they are in need. They need you. Okay, you need to give them food, drink, if they need. If they don't need it, then they need help. You need to help. If you can do once every 2 days, once you go their home, whatever they need, if they need shopping, if they need to clean the house, help them. Or if you are so busy, it's packed, you do every maybe 3 days, once go. Every 4 days, go once. If then very busy, then once a week, go and help them in their home. Help them what they need. Then you balancing your responsibility of your parents and your responsibility of your family as well. And also, at least daily you need to call your parents. Ask about them daily. Telephone is not that, it's easy to just take the phone and call and say hi to your parents. Assalamu alaikum, kayfa haluk? Even 5 minutes. But when they speaking to you, don't cut them off. Even if maybe if it's something very important, for example, you was waiting an important call from a doctor, from any outside. But if your friend's calling you, or your wife's calling you, you don't need to answer it. Wait, finish your parents first. Your parents has got right to negotiate, to speak with them, and finish after them. Then speak to your family. But if the family they calling you for emergency, for example, something happened, then yes, you take the call from your family and you say. But most of the time, we don't give, our parents their rights. We don't give them their value. They think, these people are, especially if the parents always with their children, they are very harsh. Always they tell off their children. So the child, they don't like their parents because they're telling off. So when because they learn in this country, oh, the children, they have rights. Subhanallah. What about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? He's give the right the parents. So, my dear, so this is what you have to do, is to balance everything. Even if you got responsibility, you need to balance. It doesn't mean, and then I'm going to look after my family only, I neglect my parents. It's a very danger. So I will end this this is a short story about a lady, old lady, in the time of Abu Bakr radiallahu anh. So this old lady, Abu Bakr, he became Khalifa, and he's got the responsibility of the whole ummah he's looking after. He used to go and help this lady every morning because she didn't have no children. So he knew that this lady, she needs help. And he used to go early in the morning after Fajr. He used to go and visit this woman, and he used to go to her house, and he used to clean the house. He used to cook for her, everything. Even he's Amir al-Mu'minin. Even the date he used to take. And then Abu Bakr, one day, Umar radiallahu anhu, one day, he noticed that Abu Bakr, every morning, he doesn't go to his house. He goes to another way. Then he said, let me follow him and see what he's doing every morning. Then he went, he entered the house. After half an hour, 1 hour, he came out and he didn't see him. He was hiding. And then after that, he went his house. Then he knew that Abu Bakr, he does something. So Abu Bakr passed away, radiallahu anhu. Then Umar became Khalifa, Amir al-Mu'minin. And then Umar, then he started going to and the first day he went to the house for the lady, and he did everything. And then when he was leaving, and the lady asked, where is your friend? He said, what do you mean? And then she said, because you didn't take away the date, you didn't clean it, the date. Subhanallah. And then she noticed, Subhanallah. And then he said, he passed away. That's why she knew that that person, everything is, even he used to clean the date. Subhanallah. So if the Amir al-Mu'mineen, he is doing for not his mother, he's one of the mother of the believers. He went to her house and clean everything, do everything for her. فكيف his mother or his dad if he was alive? And he's old, 60 years old or more than that. Subhanallah. So, my dear respected brothers and sisters, youth, especially the youth who are new marriage, so your parents has the right. So the most right you need to give your parents, and also you have to balance with your other things of your life, with your family, with your work, with your friend, with anything else. But when it comes, who first is your parents are first. Number one is your parents. Then your family, then your friend, then anyone else. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us and make us those who are obedient to your parents, to their parents. Ameen.
جزاك الله خير شيخنا الفاضل. اتي يا وزيري شتيتي شكوميري كمشي مونغوني lakini naye Sheikh alhamdulillah jibire kila chintu ina wakati isa ndio wakati iweero kuamina mkomeda shekhi etiyinu kasa wachi etere wahde sabe kaxsani yani hankodi na wabjana lukhalao alhamdulillah so shekhi sanayen kan fahmishize na etiyinu shtete lakini ambira ahsanta ka kuani nishkomeze eti
نسولخ كبيرة ناخو إتشيوا معنا ييكو أي سؤال زينجينة كطرف يا وبجانا زيرزاو نقتحاجو كركموي أيو كلغة لاوش تحكوذا إن شاء الله ناني رتيني سؤالي كم بإزيا za muhimu za maana wabjana na wanawake wa wakati alhadhiri jisa udakmatana na wazere أي سؤال يعني nayo إن شاء الله قد بشيرزيني أخونا ناسي كجيبة كلغة لاو إن شاء الله.
جزاك الله خير شيخنا الفاضل في دونا بارك الله فيك.